My next guest is a singer-songwriter who has written some of Nigeria's most loved praise and worship songs. He is the leader of Fountain of Praise, an enterprise designed to use the creative arts to share the gospel. Pastor Wale Adenuga, welcome to Turning Point.
Thank you, Miwa.
It's great to have you here. Now, our time is short and there's so much to cover. You are the man responsible for the song that we all sing all over Africa that goes, Today-o.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now, I have to ask you, that song is how many years old?
Written in 97, so that makes it, what now? That's like 17 years.
Okay, now there's always an argument that goes on with different sides of the wall.
Right.
One that says, no matter what I face,
right,
when trouble comes my way.
Yeah.
And the other side says, no matter what I face, when success comes
my way.
Which one did you actually write?
Well, I mean, I wrote, when trouble comes my way, I will praise you, Lord.
But how about those who argue that you're just asking for trouble to come your way?
Well, I'm not arguing with them.
But you know, it was, you probably don't know this. I don't know if you know, but for me, one of the high points was the BBC Proms, which is the big celebration of classical music in the UK.
Right.
One of the nights, what song do they strike up on the Proms? Today-o, I was like,
wow.
OMG. Did you ever imagine that the song will go so far? Because it's sung not just by Nigerians, it's
right.
African churches all over the world sing
right.
this song almost as a standard every Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big shock. I think, I mean, the greatest surprise is when I hear the Supporters Club of Nigerian Eagles, Super Eagles, sing it as part of
part of the football game.
The football game, you know. So that really is surprising.
Now, there's something that you do called Worship for Change,
yeah.
which is, it's really grown in Nigeria. Tell us a bit about that and some of the things that's happened over the last few years.
Well, I think it was in 2006. I came to a pass in my life where I asked myself the question, what do I do with my talents? Do I seek to get more fame for myself, or do I leverage on that to help others? And I chose the latter part. And so basically what we do with Worship for Change is to organize benefit concerts to raise funds and awareness for orphans and children with special needs. And basically what we've done over the years is, God has helped us to do is to raise over $140,000 US dollars for children with special needs, and we've directly impacted the lives of over 1,500 children.
Now, I mean, that sounds wonderful, but is that special in Nigeria? I mean, I would imagine that happens 10 to the dozen. I mean, people give money, they have worship events, and they give money to charity. How's Worship for Change different? Well,
it's not commonplace. And sometimes you think, I think that what we've raised is not even a lot of money. But when you give a charity $5,000 in Nigeria, even $1,000, it goes a long way, especially those who are living in cities other than Lagos or Port Harcourt, you know, who are really living in cities that nobody knows about.
So now, how do you make sure that the money that's raised at your events, which, from what I understand, it's quite significant
right.
for that territory, how do you make sure it actually gets to because, I mean, I know there are orphanages that you've right. supported. You just pick one and you support it. How do you make sure it gets to them? Because many people, when they think of Nigeria, they think corruption, they think even in the church, the money just disappears.
Right.
How do you make sure the money people give gets to the right person? Actually,
most of the time, we don't even give cash. We actually find out what their needs are and actually help to meet those needs. It's only in cases where maybe for scholarship purposes that we give cash. But in most instances, we have to buy a generator, help them to buy a bus, or some equipment that they need. So we would rather do that in kind as opposed to providing cash.
Now, you're also a pastor of a local assembly.
Correct.
How do you juggle that? Because you're in demand as an artist, not just in Africa, but in America, in Europe. You have your own organization, FOP, with,
right.
and then you pastor. How do you juggle all three? Because you're also a married man with your own child.
Right. Maybe I should ask you how you juggle yours. I guess pretty much the same way. It's just grace, and then also finding people who can help out, delegating, and yeah.
And we're wrapping up, but I want to find out from you, because you're regarded as one of the elders and the big uncles of the music, the Christian music industry in Nigeria and in Africa. What are some of the things that you've seen that's encouraged you? Are there great songwriters out there that we don't know yet of? Musicians, what's happening in the music, the Christian music scene in Nigeria and in Africa?
Well, I mean, there's certainly great songwriters, but I think, just like you and I had a discussion a couple of minutes ago, I think that we need to place a lot more emphasis on people who are writing songs. I think there's some kind of disconnect between people who are singing and what they're singing and what has been written. So I think we need to...
So you don't think we have good enough songs out there? We need more songwriters?
I think we need to, people who write songs, who are writing the real good songs, need to be discovered. Yeah. Because I think most singers tend to think they need to sing the songs that they write. And sometimes it doesn't come across as the best that could happen. So I think we need to put them in touch with the people who write songs, who do write good songs, so that...
But let me put you on the spot, though. Who does Wale Adenuga listen to? Who are the artists and songwriters that you listen to? Who's your muse? Who gets you going?
Well, I listen to, I mean, a wide range of people. I mean, in terms of worship, I listen a lot to music from people like Chris Tomlin. I mean, certainly Muyiwa's song.
Yeah. Oh, forget him.
Oh, forget him, okay. People like Tom Walker and Darlene Check. I listen to whoever writes good music.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Well, Pastor Wale, thank you for joining us, and all the best with Worship for Change and the other projects that you're doing.